where the public is on this issue, it tends to just be a couple of steps behind. In fact, I think this is the most right-wing government in my lifetime. If you take, for example, something that Cooper is going to propose today, right now, if you're a refugee in this country, you can ask for a relative to join you if your application has been accepted. The government is going to say now that that person must prove their income and that they can speak English. Now, just think about that. That's a bit odd, isn't it? Say someone is fleeing persecution, they've come to this country, of course they want their child or their wife to be with them. That person now has to pass tests which are currently applied to economic migrants. To what extent is that? That just doesn't seem to me to be in the spirit of asylum. And if you take the hotel issue, hotel, by the way, the infamous one being opened by the Tories, closed by Rob Jennery and then reopened by the government. If you close all these hotels, as the public is demanding, where do asylum seekers go? They go into the private market, which means they then compete with us for housing. Is the public going to like that? Why do we think that every asylum seeker who is a man is a likely rapist? That's been the tone of the summer's coverage. I found elements of it quite disgusting, actually. There is this assumption within the public that women and children are always legitimate, but anyone who's fleeing persecution who happens to be male of a certain age and who's hanging around the town because, by the way, the government doesn't let them work, that person is immediately to be a suspect. I actually think the debate in this country is moving very far past me as someone who's always argued for immigration controls towards an attitude towards asylum seekers which is deeply unwelcoming and intolerant.
Well, do you agree
and I actually think Labour, once in a while, I'd like them to say, you know what, it's actually a good thing to grant people refuge and we're proud of doing it.
What do you think about the tone of the debate?